The following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for live coverage of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, The Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening, folks, and welcome once again inside the Doghouse in Baldwin City, Kansas, where tonight the Baldwin Invitational Tournament gets kicked off with the Baldwin boys playing the first of 3 round-robin games to be played tonight, Friday and Saturday. Tonight we should have a fun matchup with the 7-1 9th-ranked Baldwin Bulldogs out of Class 4A taking on the 6-1 7th-ranked Wellsville Eagles out of Class 3A. Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Hilmer, and we welcome you into the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Got a special treat tonight for you with our good buddy Bryce Kessler back and joining us on the mic, running the camera controls as well tonight. So we'll hear from him after the first break. But Bulldogs got themselves back in the win column last Friday night in Lewisburg with a win over the Wildcats 62-46. It was a career night for sophomore Cooper Carr, who finished with a new career highs in points and rebounds with 27 points and 13 rebounds. Also just fell 2 assists shy of a triple-double with 8 of them to go along with 3 steals as well. So a great night from the Baldwin leader, Cooper Carr. It was Cooper's 3rd double-double of the year, and Carr also went 2 of 3 from three-point land and also did well getting to the line and converting there, going 9 of 12 from the stripe. Carr wasn't the only Bulldog who had a career night either. His fellow sophomore Colton Collum finished with a new career high of 15 points and added 10 rebounds for his 2nd double-double of the year. As for the 6-1 Wellsville Eagles, they dropped their season opener to Fort Scott by 5 points, but have since rattled off 6 straight wins and come into tonight off a 73-46 blowout victory over Iola at home last Friday night. Wellsville averages about 65 points per game offensively, and much like Baldwin, their average margin of victory is up close to 20 points. So they've been blowing out some opponents this year, just like the Bulldogs. Finished 18-6 last season and made the state tournament, but lost to the number 1 seed Galena 38-35 in a bit of a heartbreaker. This year they do lose a great player in Dylan McCarty, who was honorable mention All-State, first team All-League last year, but they return a couple of other guys with accolades from last season as well, and Willie Dorsey and Desmond Winton. A very experienced squad who plays 6 seniors and 4 juniors, and are a team that likes to push the pace and score as well as play some physical pressure defense. We should really have a fun game in store for us tonight here. So don't go anywhere. We'll get some thoughts from Bryce on the season so far after this, and also have much more on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. This is Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back here to the Doghouse. The pregame show brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or savings for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 131 years, they've helped serve our community, so go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. Back here getting you all set for the 6-1 Wellsville Eagles to take on the 7-1 Baldwin Bulldogs. And as I bring in my broadcast partner, Bryce Kessler here. Bryce, I know you haven't been with us on the broadcast here this year, but you probably followed along a little bit with the boys this year. Kind of what are your assessments of the season so far and kind of their squad this year as they try to make another run at the state tournament this year?
Yeah, you bet. It's been fun, keeping tabs from afar. Maybe not quite as much fun being here alongside you. I miss being in the gym every night calling games with you, but it's certainly been another fun season for Bulldog fans following this team. Obviously the record speaks for itself, 7-1. And, the thing I think that jumps out the most when you watch this team play is just the balance that they play with, their ability to shoot the three. Obviously, you've got two guys who are really shooting the three at a clip that stands among the best any season in Bulldog basketball history. And you got two of them doing it at the same time with Torres and Zembecki. You've got two athletic bigs in Coleman and Schoenberger that can really be a matchup nightmare on certain nights because they both can stretch the floor, step outside, knock down the outside jumper, and of course they play big inside as well. And then the way Cooper Carr just brings it all together. His brother, we saw him do that for so many years and just be that coach on the floor, just make sure everybody's in the right spots and always just plays under control. And the team kind of feeds off that as well. They like to play fast, obviously, but they don't ever feel like they're super sped up, and I think a lot of that has to do with the way that Cooper Carr kind of orchestrates the offense. So to me, that's the thing that gives this team the opportunity to once again go far, is because of that balance. You don't rely on just one guy every night having to be on. If somebody's having an off night, odds are one of your other five is going to have a good night, and generally speaking, it's multiple of them. So it's been a fun season so far for them, but I know their goals are just getting started, right? It kind of was an unfinished season last year in a certain way. It was a great season, no doubt about it. There is so much to be happy and proud about the way the Bulldogs played a year ago, but there's that taste in their mouth still that they probably can't get rid of because it was like, we were close but didn't quite get where we wanted to get. This year's team has a chance to get there.
Absolutely. Yeah, you kind of mentioned it there. We should have a fun back-and-forth game here tonight. Wellsville averages 65 points per game. Baldwin averages 64 points per game. So both teams going to be looking to get up and down the floor here tonight. We're going to take another break here on the pregame show. Come back. We'll take a look at some keys to tonight's game. Maybe look at the standings in the eastern part of Class 4A and then get you set for the opening tip-off from Baldwin. We've got the Wellsville Eagles and the Baldwin Bulldogs coming up next.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. The decision to sell your home or the search to buy a home is never easy. It's likely the biggest financial decision you'll make. Free State Realty has a talented team with years of experience ready to assist you and make the challenge of buying or selling your home a rewarding experience. Contact Free State Realty to see the difference a realtor makes. Owner broker Steve Pittman, associate broker Kim Bergen, realtor Lindsay Mark Schofield, and realtor Douglas Spratlin. Truthful, informed, effective. Free State Realty.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Welcome back here to Baldwin on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. I'm quickly going to pop up the standings out east in Class 4A. You can see Baldwin there at number 3 at 7-1 record. Atchison at the top, 7-0, and Fort Scott has a good team this year, 8-1. As I leave that up there, I'll tell you a little bit about this season series. Since 2006, it is tied at 8-8 apiece. The last game, Baldwin won 73-52 last January, but before that, Wellsville had won 8 straight after Baldwin won 7 straight from 06, and so pretty streaky matchup this one, but we are all even at 8 apiece. We'll see who climbs up and takes the lead in this series matchup. Actually, we're going to take one more quick break here, and then we'll get you those keys to tonight's game and then the starting lineups and opening tip-off from Baldwin. Don't go anywhere. This is the Baldwin State Bank pregame show.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Time now to take a look at some of the keys to tonight's game. Number one, an even size matchup here tonight, so Baldwin gonna have to team rebound. Number two, be aggressive and get to the line. Mentioned that Cooper Carr last game was 9 of 12 from the line. Baldwin shot a really good percentage from the line in that Lewisburg game, so just be aggressive. Maybe you can get some of these Wellsville guys in some foul trouble and get some free points from the line, and then take and make the three. Baldwin knows that pretty well so far this year. In 4 of their 8 games, they have had double-digit threes, which is pretty crazy to think about. Like Bryce kind of mentioned, got a couple of guys in Zembecki and Torres that are chasing that single-season three-pointers made record, and have now moved into number 5 and number 6, respectively, Zembecki and Carr in the all-time career three-pointers made list. So those are keys to tonight's game. Now the starting lineups in this one, I'll quickly pop those up for you. You can see Desmond Winton, Kenyon Gillens, Calvin Dwyer, Willie Dorsey, and Chase Douglas. And for Baldwin, the same starters that they have had all year long. Time now for the opening tip-off, brought to you by the Baldwin City Recreation Commission. BCRC is celebrating their 40th anniversary in 2024, so be sure to follow Baldwin City Recreation Commission on Facebook and the other social media platforms, as you won't want to miss out on all the great programs and events BCRC has planned this year to celebrate their 40th anniversaries. See everything that's happening at baldwinrec.org. Here we go. We are underway from Baldwin. The number 7 ranked in Class 3A Wellsville Eagles at 6-1, taking on the 9th ranked Baldwin Bulldogs. Here's Kenyon Gillens getting into the lane, kicks it out to Willie Dorsey, the leader on this Wellsville team, and he starts them off with a big three.
You expect both teams tonight, Ryan, as you talked about, to be able to knock down threes. Torres just missing the answer there. So who gets hot early, who can separate themselves and make that other team start chasing, because both teams can shoot it and will shoot it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be an up and down affair tonight. I mentioned in the open, both teams can score the basketball.
Yeah, it's not a game you want to be chasing tonight.
Yeah. Willie Dorsey kicks it out to Gillens. He misses the three. It's tapped out of bounds, and it'll go Baldwin's way. Glad you're with us here on Baldwin Sports Live. Ryan Hilmer alongside Bryce Kessler tonight. Opening game of this round-robin type Baldwin Invitational Tournament. Cooper Carr is going to get fouled by Desmond Winton, was riding him a little bit too close that time.
And Cooper does a great job of that when he feels that pressure of a defender, when he's got a step or a half step on him, just kind of veer into him a little bit, slow down a little bit, and that forces that defender who's trying to play catch-up to run through you like that and draw that foul. Smart play.
Baldwin will work here for round one. Carr loses it, tracks it down, guarded by Desmond Winton.
Just another one of those elements when we talked in the open about how he just plays under control. It's little things like that. You know, you draw a foul on one of the other team's top guards, you know, a minute and a half into the game, and now you get another foul because of his positioning inside, and he's able to just use that positioning to post, and all of a sudden, that's trouble for Wellsville. Winton's got 2 already, and they're going to go to the bench, and so immediately, just because of a couple of heady plays that didn't really require any type of athleticism or anything, it was just smart, savvy plays, and it's immediately made a big difference in this game.
Yeah, Desmond Winton, the 5'10 senior, was honorable mention All-State, second-team All-League last year. He's got 2 quick fouls, and is on the bench about a minute 30 into this game. Zembecki hands it off to Leo Schoenberger. 4 points and 7 rebounds last Friday night. Zembecki's going to try a three. That came up a little bit short. Might have been tipped.
Yeah, it looked like I think that Dwyer did maybe get a hand on that one for Wellsville.
On the inside, the floater no good. The rebound down to Schoenberger, and he got fouled. So already 3 quick team fouls on Wellsville.
And a great contest there by Collin. Didn't block the shot, but you don't have to always block it. And he didn't hack down at it. You know, that's sometimes when you go up there and you contest and then you get a little greedy and you pick up a cheap foul by swiping down at it. He just used his length to force that into a tough attempt, and that was good enough to force the miss.
Carr gets into the lane, kicks it out to Zimbecki. He works his way in for a right-handed lay-in, and Baldwin is on the board.
And that's the kind of thing right there that elevates Joey Zimbecki's game from just a pure three-point shooter. We know he can shoot the three, but when you can start using that to your advantage, the little head fake drive finish like that, that opens up a whole other element for the defense to have to defend.
Good save there by Wellsville. Dorsey tries another long one off the mark. Offensive rebound down to the Eagles, however, and Chase Douglas missed that one. And now a jump ball is called.
Yeah, a little too much standing and watching right there. The bigs, Collum and Schoenberger, neither of them use their body at all to try and rebound. That's why you see a couple of offensive rebounds. They get away with it eventually, no points surrendered, but go ahead, use that body, box them off, go up and grab that rebound strong.
So man-to-man full court pressure being shown by Wellsville. Carr dealing with it and got fouled again, so now 4 team fouls on Wellsville. The next one's going to send the Bulldogs to the line the rest of the quarter.
And Wellsville wants to apply pressure to Carr. That's the game plan clearly, but at a certain point you got to understand if you're defending him that you have to know your limits, because he's too savvy of a ball handler to get that deep into him that far from the basket. He's going to make you pay.
Schoenberger's got it out top, handed off to Zimbecki. Zimbecki 5 points last Friday night, went 1 of 7 from downtown. It's kind of a charge there called on Cooper Carr.
That's unfortunate. It was going to be a turnover regardless, and then kind of add insult to the turnover by also getting called for the offensive foul. And that's one thing, you know, we talked about this Baldwin team, Ryan. They've got the ability to make a deep run again this year, but, you know, it's not a terribly deep team, especially when you talk about that point guard position with Cooper. And, you know, that's the one spot where they really need him on the floor to run this show, and just the way he plays, the team kind of feeds off that demeanor.
McGillen's trying to work his way inside, handed it off to Taylor. Now it's back out to Dorsey. It's guarded by Schoenberger. Nice job by Leo. Into the game is number 0, Brody Lee. Also, Jake Taylor, number 3, taking that shot off the mark. Rebound getting tapped around, comes down to Baldwin, and here come the Bulldogs. Zimbecki, a right-handed lay-in. He's got all 4 for the Bulldogs in their first lead, and a timeout.
Great job running the floor there by Joey. Good find, getting that head turned up the floor, knowing that Wellsville's crashing the boards hard right now, Ryan. So if you're going to crash the offensive boards hard, what's that leave you vulnerable to? The fast break going the other way. So a good job. Kick that ball out. Carr looking quickly up the floor, finding Zimbecki running the floor. Well done.
Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers. Invite you to immerse yourself in nature at the Little Soldier Creek Farm, a 39-plus acre property boasting wildlife, hunting, food plots, and a 2,100 square foot home with stunning views in the coveted Silver Lake School District in Shawnee County. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. Schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. There in the inside, Calvin Dwyer laying it in. Wellsville takes the lead right back.
We talked about expecting some points in this game. Both teams a little bit slow to start, but you can see they're both starting to get settled in a little bit. Defense is showing up tonight as well, though.
Quickly come the Eagles down the other way. Micah Holmes is checked into the game. He's getting hounded, and a foul going to be called. They got Schoenberger. Check the official call here. No, actually it was Torres. So a baseline inbounds here for Wellsville. Dorsey's got it in the corner. Wellsville dropped their opening game and then have won 6 straight since then. As I mentioned, ranked number 7 in Class 3A. Dorsey finds Holmes. Now on the inside, Calvin Dwyer missed it. Rebound Schoenberger. Baldwin trails it by 1 here early. Trying to work it into Colton Collum. Pretty good defense by Dwyer in there. Bulldogs turn it over, and the other way comes Dorsey. He gets fouled. by Cooper Carr, and that's going to be number 2 on Carr.
Yeah, you can't fault the effort, right? You love to see him go up there and contest, but if you're not in position, sometimes when you already have a foul first quarter, that's 2 points maybe, but this game's going to see a lot more points before it's all said and done. And I don't know. I think maybe the 2 points, surrendering 2 points there might have been worth saving that second foul.
Dorsey misses his first shot.
Good news if you're Cooper, you've at least gained 1 point out of the deal, right? Assuming that Dorsey would have made the layup, but at least with that miss, you feel like perhaps there was some merit to the foul. Now with a 2 miss, it feels a lot better, but you still hate to have Cooper Carr on the bench now with 2 fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah, Cooper checks out. Ryder Nye into the game for the first time tonight. Torres has it left side. It's guarded by Micah Holmes. He'll hand off to Zimbecki. Those 2 guys are sharp shooters, and now Schoenberger left open. He'll try a 3 off the mark.
So with Cooper on the bench, now, Ryan, you're going to see Zimbecki have to handle the ball a little bit more, and that takes away his biggest strength, being that kick out, that 3-point guy. So just changes the offense when Cooper goes to the bench. But they can continue playing hard down on the defensive side and see if they can weather the storm with him on the bench. Good job by Collum.
Gets rejected by Colton Collum. Torres on the inside. He can't get it to go. Ryder Nye, an offensive rebound, though, and throws it away. Now Zimbecki blocks a shot on the other end. Back and forth we go. Here come the Bulldogs. Zimbecki leading the charge. Kicks it out. Nye thought about a 3. Now Schoenberger will drive the lane. Kicks it out to Torres. And Talon Torres gets it going from deep tonight. His 28th 3 of the year. Gives the Bulldogs the lead right back 7-5.
That's the best shot for a shooter on a kick-out pass coming out of the paint. You're automatically squared up to the basket. Nobody shoots that shot better than Talon Torres. Good find by Schoenberger.
Now Dorsey connects from downtown. He's got 6 points on his 2 threes, and back and forth we go.
Now big answer from Willie Dorsey. And with Winton on the bench for Wellsville, that happened early, and now with Carr on the bench for Baldwin. Dorsey likely going to try to take over on that end, and perhaps it's Torres who's going to on this side.
Torres, look at that. Half a spin move, drives baseline. That could be a candidate for our absolute play of the game. Here's Matt Newhouse, number 4, handling ball into the game. Hands it off to Dorsey. Leo Schoenberger getting that assignment. Willie Dorsey, 3rd team All-State last year, 1st team All-E. He's got it back on the block. Good help there from Nye. Michael Holmes going to try a long one off the mark. They're going to say that is off Ryder Nye's leg and out of bounds. Already 4 Bulldog turnovers. Collum and Torres will sit down. Smazel and McLaughlin have checked in for the Bulldogs.
And they were bend over, hands on the knees. Need a little breather here. You try to kind of steal an extra minute or 2 of rest by taking them out here. Final minute of the quarter. Lead that right into the quarter break as well.
There's Brody Lee, a floater in the lane, and that's good. Brody Lee, his first 2 points. Already 5 lead changes back and forth here.
Both these teams, Ryan, are used to winning games, somewhat comfortably. I don't know that either are going to be ever comfortable in this one, so it's going to be fun to see how they respond in a back-and-forth tight battle like this, because they haven't had to play many of those this year. They both dominated too much.
Yeah, you're right. Both teams' average margin of victory is up around 20 points, so haven't had a lot of close games that they've won. Here, 8 seconds to play. Baldwin going to have the last shot of the first quarter. Zimbecki's got it up top. Works his way into the lane. Lay-in is blocked there by Chase Douglas, and that will do it for the first quarter. A 10-9 Wellsville lead after 1. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. The Bulldogs.
Welcome back here to Baldwin, getting set for the start of the second quarter. A 10-9 Wellsville lead after one. Already a game that we've seen 5 lead changes in. And back and forth, up and down. Cooper Carr with 2 personal fouls is checked back in, along with Desmond Winton for the Wellsville Eagles. I think some confusion on whose ball it is. Yeah, I was going to say Baldwin just got that last jump ball, so Wellsville will start the second quarter with possession. There is Winton with it. Those 2 early fouls and trying to find Douglas. Nice job by Douglas to save it, actually. And now Gillen's working his way into the lane. Missed the layup. Schoenberger already his 4th rebound.
And notice they've switched the matchup on this end now. With Winton on the 2 fouls, they've taken him off of Carr. He's guarding Zimbecki, and they've changed that assignment to put Gillen's over on Carr. Good coaching move there to do that by Rick O'Neill, with Winton having the 2 fouls.
Yeah, Wellsville, as you mentioned, head coach Rick O'Neill, assistants Jerry Hunsaker and Jacob Claycomb.
And I think he'd prefer to have Winton on Carr just a little bigger than Gillen's, but with the 2 fouls and as much as Carr handles the ball, you just can't afford that right now.
Here's Torres. He's hit 1 from downtown. That one doesn't go, and Micah Holmes clears the rebound. Gillen's quickly on the inside, and Wellsville will work it around. Winton turns it over.
Well, that's officially just 1 turnover here in the quarter for Winton, but it was nearly 2. It was saved by Douglas to avoid another one. Sometimes when you have a start like Winton did with a couple of early fouls like that, now you get back on the floor and you try to do a little too much. You try to make up for some of that lost time. So he just needs to settle back into his game here and not try to make up for those minutes that he lost because of the fouls issues.
Nice quick move that time from Colton Collum. He gets fouled and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Shooting 67% on the OL. Actually, they're going to call it on the floor. So no free throws, just the 2nd team foul. Torres, nice quick move to the bucket. A lot of contact, no foul. Here come the Eagles. 1-point lead. Winton, a quick jab step, gets into the lane, and the floater is good.
You know, with this matchup change over on this end now with Gillen's guarding Carr, I'd like to see Baldwin, if they've got something in here to get Carr back on the block, use that big size advantage. Carr's comfortable playing down on the block, and take advantage of that mismatch right now if you can.
Here's Torres. He's going to try a long one. That rattled out. Collum comes down with the offensive rebound. Try a little mid-range jumper off the mark, and Michael Holmes clears it. High post, there's Calvin Dwyer. Gillen's works at baseline, now finds Holmes. He'll try a floater. Off the mark, but another offensive rebound for Wellsville. A foul on the floor. Be baseline out of bounds.
And I'd have to go back and watch, Ryan, to see if my eyes are deceiving me or if it feels like right now Baldwin's doing a lot of standing and watching when it comes to the rebounding. I don't feel like they're getting a body on a guy. They're just kind of turning and not making themselves big. And again, I hate to make that as a definitive statement without going back and watching the film, but that's what it kind of feels like right now, and we're seeing Wellsville get plenty of second opportunities because of it.
Yeah, that was one of our keys to the game is team rebounding, and there's another offensive board, a long one at that, and Winton turned it over again. Crowd thinks it might have gotten tipped. The Wellsville crowd does anyway. 12-9, Wellsville lead it here early, second quarter. Cooper Carr has those 2 personal fouls. Talon Torres just picked up his second personal as well. So it's foul trouble, something to watch here in the early going. There's Carr on the block, just as you called for, Bryce. Now he kicks it out. Torres going to try a 3, rattles out. Dorsey the rebound, kicks it up quickly to Gillens. Transition lay-in is good.
And so even though they didn't score off of that, because of the getting Carr down on the block, you forced him to double down, help off on that. It created a wide open shot for Torres, which he'll take all the time. He just didn't knock the other one down.
There's Cooper Carr getting his first 2. Snaps a 6-0 Wellsville run. Baldwin still trail it by 3. There's Winton, quick first step. He gets to the basket, 2 more.
Yeah, Nye kind of just baited him into going, right? I don't know whether he felt like he was closer than the baseline was going to help him, or he just got surprised by that first quick move from Winton, but no doubt about it, that was an explosion there.
Torres thought about shooting it from the free throw line, gives it off to Colton Collum, and he gets one to go off the window.
Tough shot, tough finish, but the sophomore gets it done.
Winton once again gets into the lane. He missed that one. Baldwin once again can't secure the rebound. Travel going to be called. I believe it was, going to go against Jake Taylor, so it'll be Baldwin basketball.
Winton feels like he has something right now on that offensive end against Nye. We've seen that. He's gotten past him a couple of times now. Once again, it just kind of, he had no second thought about it. He was going to go right at him and attack Nye, so Ryder has to understand he's coming right at him now. Got to be ready to defend immediately when Winton comes across the timeline.
You can see Wellsville, they will play a whole lot of people. They usually play 12 guys. Carr missed that one.
Now much deeper in terms of what they play depth-wise than Baldwin.
In transition, Carr gets the lay-in and the foul. Cooper Carr has 4 points now, and he'll head to the line. Try to get a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, great job of keeping the focus up on the bucket to finish that. You know the contact's going to come, and sometimes players, you like anticipate that contact. Sometimes you start, maybe you take your eyes off the cylinder, you look at that defender, is he going to hit me? Don't worry about that. Play through it. If you take the kind of strong enough guy like Cooper Carr, just keep the focus up there on the rim, finish that lay-in, draw the foul now. Go ahead and knock down the free throw while you're at it. Bingo.
And one is good. We're going to give Cooper our absolute play of the game, brought to you by Absolute Painting. Take advantage of their winter interior special now. Book for $1,000. Way. There we go. And I think got live motion picture back, so that's good.
The score bug is going to catch up here in a moment, too.
Not sure what happened there, but even our equipment here having trouble keeping up with this game. Been back and forth all first half long. Been a fun one. 2-point Wellsville lead. Zembecki will walk this up for Baldwin.
So while we were dealing with technical troubles and stuff there, and Ryan, you said that Cooper's now back off of the floor for Baldwin, and the offense went a little stagnant back at the first half, or the first quarter, I should say, when he had to go to the bench as well.
Gillens missed that lay-in. Torres clears the rebound. Right now it feels like Wellsville's getting to the basket at will, though.
And that rest for Cooper's not going to last long. He's already back at the scores table. Quick little breather, buying a couple of possessions off, playing with those 2 fouls.
Baldwin almost lost it, got it back. Ryder Nye is going to step back, take a long 3. Smazel battling for the rebound. It's going to be off him, out of bounds.
Yeah, you might see more of those shots next year on teams that implement the new shot clock rule that has been passed for testing next year in high school basketball. I'm not so sure that's the shot that you need to take in that situation. That is, you know, from the W out there on Baldwin on the far sideline. It wasn't even necessarily open, kind of contested. So I'm all for playing fast, but in a game without a shot clock, there's no need to have to force up that shot.
Willie Dorsey guarded by Schoenberger, trying to work his way into the lane, and gets called for a travel. At the 5th Wellsville turnover to Baldwin's 4. They still maintain that 2-point lead. As you mentioned, Cooper Carr back in. Get some full court man-to-man pressure. Behind the back move, works his way into the lane. A floater off the mark. Offensive rebound, Schoenberger. He had it blocked by Douglas. That's his second block. There's Winton up top for the Eagles. Now Willie Dorsey going to try a long one. He's hit a couple already off the mark, and Schoenberger has 6 rebounds already here in the first half.
You know, I made the comment earlier on the boxing out there, the defensive rebounding, much better the last couple of times down by Baldwin.
Nice play there. Cooper Carr reverse pivots. He's now got 7 here in the first half. Ties this thing up at 18. Winton quickly unties it, gives the lead right back to Wellsville.
Yeah, he's got some shake. You talk about untie, he's going to untie a few shoes out there with his ability to quickly change directions and explode to the basket.
Carr gets fouled on his way up, so he'll go back to the line. Yeah, I'm with you. A lot of these Wellsville guys, you can tell they got quick first steps. Hard to stay in front of them defensively.
And both these teams, when we were talking before we came on the air, you know, just look at roster size. If it's a team you haven't seen before, you look at, you know, roster sizes and you see 6'4", 6'5". I mean, these guys both have length, but neither of them have like the true big guy, right? The guy that they're all athletic. You got 5 guys on the floor in both cases that can really stretch the floor, run the floor. So that usually makes for a fun pace, a fun style of a basketball game. And these two teams, we figured they would match up very well and play a competitive style of basketball tonight. And so far, as we're a minute from halftime, we're dead even.
Carr ties this thing up for the second time. He's now 3 of 3 from the line. Got 9 first half points. Almost got a steal there. He knocks it out of bounds. Sorry, Bryce, go ahead.
No, I'm just, you know, a minute left here in the half. If you're Cooper Carr, you can't pick up a 3rd foul here. And I get it. You want to create that turnover and go and create some offense, but a 3rd foul is the worst thing that can happen for you right now.
Dorsey, a nice find there. Jake Taylor had it rejected, and here comes Cooper Carr leading the break, and a nice steal that time by Winton.
Yeah, I'm not sure he saw Winton right there. Winton was kind of shielded behind Zembecki and just kind of snuck in for that steal.
Looks like Wellsville is going to try and hold for the final possession of the first half. 30 seconds to play and counting. Tied at 20.
Big block by Colton, man. He's had a couple of nice blocks in this game.
Got 2 of them tonight. That shot off the mark. Another offensive rebound, though, down to Taylor, and they turned it over. Cooper Carr leading the break, now pulls up. He'll try one from the elbow. Off the mark, but a foul going to be against Jake Taylor on the rebound. And that puts Baldwin into the bonus, so not a very smart foul there.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, he was just trying to go in there, play hard, play aggressive, but when it's that, when you're running that far to make the contact, when you have to take one step to bump a guy off the block when you're boxing out, you can get away with that. When you're running 15 feet to do it and there's nobody else around, it's just kind of
hard to get away with that sometimes.
Yeah, the official's going to see that right there and make the call.
Schoenberger misses his first shot. He actually leads the team in free throw percentage, 75% coming into play, 9 of 12 before tonight, so he's been pretty good from the line.
And a good job getting Cooper off the floor here with 9 seconds left. Smozzle comes in for him. No reason to have a chance of picking up a silly 3rd foul.
Leo 0 of 2 from the line. Wellsville's got 5 seconds. Dorsey's got it. Now into the corner. Lee got it down low, and a foul's going to be called on Schoenberger. That's a tough one with .9 to play in the first half.
And that's Leo's 2nd foul as well, which, you know, not a big deal yet.
First shot good from Jake Taylor. Gives Wellsville the lead. They have held the lead most of the second quarter, had a couple of ties.
I'm feeling a Zembecki 3/4 quarter right here.
All right. Calling your shot. There it is. Just a little outside. So we are at the half here tonight. 22-20 the halftime score. The visiting Wellsville Eagles over the Baldwin Bulldogs. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime report after this.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to Baldwin. Time now for the halftime show brought to you by your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Baldwin City, Kelly Neufeld. Kelly and his team are there to help you protect what matters most, so call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting or stop by the new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street. See how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. So a 2-point Wellsville lead at the half. We've had 5 lead changes and 2 ties. The largest lead of the game has been 5 for Wellsville. Their largest run of the game was a 6-0 run to start the second quarter, but Bryce, pretty much a back and forth first half here, kind of what we expected. Maybe not as high scoring, guys not converting as much as maybe they usually do, but it's been very competitive first half, back and forth.
Yeah, no question about it. It's been pretty much the type of game, minus, as you said, maybe the volume of scoring, but I think some of that comes when you do get two teams that play so much the same style like they do. They're also used to defending that same kind of a style. They see it every day in practice, so it doesn't surprise them, right? They're used to playing at that tempo. They kind of, in a sense, they kind of know what to expect the other to want to do and what they're looking for. So sometimes it doesn't necessarily create the volume of scoring, the 65, 70 points that we see these teams capable of scoring, but it still creates that the pace is the same as a 60-plus scoring type of a night. And who knows, we might still get there before it's all said and done, because you could put up points in bunches if you get Zembecki or Torres firing away and they get hot. So, it's still the type of game we expected, albeit maybe a little bit lower scoring, but I'm excited for what this second half has in store.
Yeah, I mentioned in 4 of Baldwin's 8 games this year, they've hit double-digit threes, only 1 3-pointer in the first half. That came from Talon Torres, so see if him and Zembecki can't get it going from downtown. We'll take a quick break here on the halftime show, come back and take a look at some of the individual numbers from the first half. You're watching Bulldog basketball right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here on Baldwin Sports Live, the halftime show brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. 22-20, a 2-point Wellsville advantage at the half. Take a look at the individual numbers. First for the visiting Wellsville Eagles. They got 6 turnovers as opposed to 5 team turnovers from Baldwin, so both teams doing a pretty good job taking care of the ball. They were led offensively by a couple of their best players. Willie Dorsey, he was third-team All-State last year. He hit a couple of threes in that first half for his 6 points, and Desmond Winton also had 6 points. Brody Lee had 4, Kenyon Gillens 2, Jake Taylor 2, Calvin Dwyer also had 2 points for Wellsville. That adds up to their 22, and now for the Baldwin Bulldogs, they were led in the first half by Cooper Carr, who's coming off a 27-point, 13-rebound, 8-assist performance last Friday night. He had 9 first half points, go along with a assist and a rebound. How about Joey Zimbecki had 4 points. Talon Torres hit 1 3-pointer for his 5 points. Leo Schoenberger, he didn't score but grabbed 6 rebounds in the first half. And Colton Collum, 2 points and 2 rebounds. Also had a couple of nice blocks and a steal, so Colton doing a nice job defensively. All in all, a 22-20 Wellsville lead at the half. We'll take one more break here on the halftime show and then come back with the second half of action from Baldwin. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back here to Baldwin. Second half just underway, and how about that? Willie Dorsey hits his third 3 of the game. He's got 9 points and extends this Wellsville lead out to 5.
Yeah, same way they started the game. A Dorsey 3 to get the second half started, matching their largest lead of the night. Well, Baldwin's been able to keep it close the entire time, Ryan, but they've always been the one chasing. They have not been the one leading this two-step so far tonight, and so it'd be nice for the Bulldogs to get a taste of playing from in front.
Desmond Winton just picked up his 3rd personal foul, so that's something to keep an eye on. Here's Colton Collum on the block, and he's got one to go off the glass. He's got 4 points tonight.
Yeah, I like that move right there. Sometimes big guys, they touch it down there on the block, and they're so quick to get the shot up. At that time, was patient, used his body, felt that defender, got him in a nice position, little baby hook. Nicely done by Colton.
Rebound was swatted out of bounds. It's going to stay here. Gillens once again doing a nice job getting to the rim, though.
As you mentioned, Winton with that 3rd foul has just gone back to the bench. So they spent the entire first quarter basically without Winton. He went to the bench early on, less than a minute and a half or so into that first quarter, and sat the rest of the quarter.
Dorsey comes up short on that 3. Cooper Carr has the rebound, kicks it ahead. Leo Schoenberger lays it in. That's something Baldwin needs to do, get out in transition, get some easy buckets like that. Ooh, there's a steal from Cooper Carr. See if he can lay it in, and he does. Baldwin takes the lead. 6 straight points for the Bulldogs, and our 6th lead change of the game.
Yeah, let's see if the Bulldogs can now grow that lead. They have never had more than a 2-point lead so far in this game. It's sitting at 1 right now, and great start, minus that opening possession. They gave up the 3 from Dorsey, but a big response, doing it with defense, doing it with controlled offense, finishing in transition. Good job to grab the lead.
Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Maley & Sons Construction. They're a family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC metro area with advancement opportunities, then check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at MaleyandSons.com to learn more. Pumping Who Let the Dogs Out here in the doghouse. Full student section over there in the dog pound. Pretty good one on the visiting student section as well. Good crowd on hand tonight.
Yeah, the Dogs broke off their chain there to start this quarter. Getting out and running, defending. That was like a walk. Yep.
Yeah. 7th turnover of the game for Wellsville as Gillens gets called for the travel. Baldwin 6 straight points. Take the lead. Almost every time they have held the lead, though, they've given it right back to Wellsville, so we'll see if they can't extend this thing out. As Bryce mentioned, their largest lead has only been 2. There's Column up top. Carr getting down on the block, trying to get it down to Cooper. He's going to be called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, I didn't see it from my angle, and that's a tough one because that's a 3rd on Cooper Carr.
Yeah, that's a tough whistle. Cooper's going to stay out there for the time being. He's got to be smart. He's matched up against 6-foot senior Calvin Dwyer. There's Gillens handling the ball up top. Hands it off. Brody Lee going to try drive the lane. Pretty good defense from Torres, and he walked.
And Cooper pretty much always plays what I would consider smart basketball, but that's what you're in jeopardy of when you're out there still in this situation, is even if he's playing smart basketball, you just could be victimized sometimes by one of those 50-50 calls, and they're going to take him out now. Ryder Nye will come in for him, and I like that decision. Right now you're up by 1. You know, it'd be different if you were sitting here down 7 right now and you felt like you had to have it, but get him out of here for a few minutes and see if the other guys can maybe open up this lead a little bit, buy you a few minutes with him not in jeopardy of another foul.
Becky off the mark, 4-3. Willie Dorsey clears the rebound, and here comes quickly Dwyer the other way. Right-handed lay-in is good, and 1. Dwyer's got 4, looking for more at the line.
And really both teams, Ryan, have had to score at the bucket. Neither team has shot the ball that well. We've seen a couple of threes go down from Dorsey. Torres hit that one earlier, but most of the scoring has had to been created by getting to the basket, and both teams doing a good job of that. Even now Winton is coming back in. So talk about guys being able to get to the basket. Des Winton can do it as good as anybody. So now Bulldogs have to be ready to defend those slashes, those drives.
2-point Wellsville lead now. Foul trouble going to be something to watch here down the stretch. Winton has 3, Torres has 3, Carr has 3 for Baldwin. It's a kicked ball. It's going to stay here.
Torres stays out there with his 3 fouls, and his style of game, you can kind of safely more so play out there as that spot-up shooter, not the guy handling the ball, not going to be in there posting up and those kind of things. So they're going to keep his offensive ability out there on the floor.
Great effort that time from Leo Schoenberger on the offensive glass. Nye missed the 3, but Schoenberger got fouled over the back. It's going to go on Brody Lee, his first personal foul, second team foul here in the third quarter. 2-point lead for the visitors. Collum trying to post up. Douglas down there on the block, kicks it out to Torres. Collum still trying to post up. Now Zimbecki, a right-handed drive, gets to the bucket, missed it. Here comes Wellsville the other way. Pushing it in transition, Desmond Winton, floater. He's hit a couple of those off the mark. There's Torres, far corner, drives baseline, gets caught with really nowhere to go. Turned it over, Winton kicks it up to Brody Lee, who misses the lay-in.
I thought I heard a whistle there, but I guess maybe it was a shoe squeak or something. I kind of...
A loud sneaker squeak, perhaps. Torres gets a step, gets to the bucket, couldn't lay it in, but he got fouled. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, Torres, you can see he's upset with himself that he wasn't able to finish that one, but you got a chance still to get those points here at the stripe, get this ball game even back up.
Second foul on Calvin Dwyer, third team foul. Torres to the line. First shot in and out.
Baldwin, 79% shooter, so maybe some frustration missing the layup carried over there.
Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company right here in Baldwin City, then check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Always looking to add the next great member to their team, including CNC machinists and CNC operators. They got excellent pay, competitive benefits, a climate-controlled work environment, and a friendly support staff dedicated to the betterment of their employees. So send an email to jobs@rice-precision.com to learn more. Second free throw was good from Torres. Baldwin a 1-point deficit. Schoenberger has it now, hands it off to Ryder Nye. McLaughlin is into the game. Cooper Carr is also checked back in. Carr crosses over. He's going to try a 3. He hit 2 of them last Friday night. Off the mark here. Dorsey the rebound, and he brings it the other way quickly. Winton, a mid-range pull-up off the mark. Rebound's getting batted around. Comes down to Landon Geist. He throws it away. Cooper Carr the other way. Left-handed lay-in is good.
Great job playing safety right there by Carr. He read the eyes on that pass. A long pass, kind of lobbed back up to the top of the key there. Just excellent use of his vision there to read that play defensively.
Another runner in the lane by Winton. That's off the mark. Garrett McLaughlin comes down with the rebound. Now Carr looking down the floor to Ryder Nye. Had it knocked out.
Fortunate on that one. Yeah, that was, and he's tapping himself on the chest. Cooper is saying, hey, my bad, I shouldn't have thrown that pass. That was too much traffic. Even if Nye catches that ball, there's really nothing for him to do with it. So it's the risk reward is not there on that pass, and fortunate that it got knocked out of bounds off of Wellsville and they don't turn it over there.
Ethan Smazel's checked back in for Baldwin. Cooper Carr gives it to Colton Collum up top, and he drills the 3. Colton Collum, his third three-pointer of the year. He's got 7 points tonight. Baldwin, their largest lead of the game at 4.
And again, only 3, as you just mentioned, Ryan, but that's enough. You have to honor that. You have to respect the ability for all 5 guys to step out and knock down the 3. Huge shot there from Colton to give Bulldogs this 4-point lead, their biggest of the night.
Second 3 of the game for Baldwin. Usually a team that lights it up from downtown.
I was going to say 2 threes. That's a first few minutes of a game normally.
Yeah, and Collum, a right-handed hook shot. He's starting to feel a little bit. Colton Collum's got 9 points.
Yeah, whether that's by design or not, I love that they went right back to Colton after he hit that big 3. He's feeling himself a little bit because of that. Feed him, give him another chance, and he rewarded him.
Here comes Cooper Carr quickly down the lane. It's going to get fouled. Like Landon Geist perhaps was riding him a little too close. Second personal foul, 4th team.
Let's see what Coach Blanchett has here for sideline inbound. See if they can get something to once again feed Colin the basketball. He's in a rhythm right now. I like it. Pin him down there. Oh, they had him down there.
So Becky had it knocked away. Only the 7th turnover, 10 of them for Wellsville. Foul going to be called. Let's see who they got. Cooper Carr was in the area. And they're going to get Ethan Smazel.
That's good that only 2 fingers came up and not a 1 followed by 2 fingers, because you don't want Cooper picking up a 4th here in the 3rd. Gladly take the first foul on Smazel instead.
Smazel and McLaughlin out there with Collum, Carr, and Zimbecki. 2 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs, their largest of the night. There's Gillens guarded by Carr, gives it to Winton in the corner. He's got a quick first step. He gets all the way to the rim, missed it. McLaughlin the rebound. Carr up top, guarded by Gillens. Trying to feed the post, and Collum does a nice job just to save that. Carr's left open for 3. Just comes up a little bit short on that. Winton the rebound. And Gillen's going to try a long one. That's a little bit too strong. Zimbecki the board. 1:15 to play, and Baldwin will take a 30-second timeout. First charge timeout. Now each team with, well, 3 remaining for the visitors and 4 for Baldwin. Don't forget, you can find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly. It's your local weekly newspaper with the latest community news and events, feature stories, local sports, history, and more. Subscribe for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper at baldwinmaple.com.
6-point lead. Feels like you've got a whole lot of breathing room right now.
Yeah,
as close as this
feels
game
like
has
Baldwin
been,
kind of has the momentum right now too.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, they're doing it on the defensive end, really. They've given up just 6 points in this quarter, and they've outscored it 14-6. And they're using defense to create some offense. Baldwin's still not shooting the ball all that well tonight. You know, certainly compared to what the clip we normally see them shoot. I mentioned just 2 threes so far tonight. One of those 2 comes from a guy who's only made 3 all year in Collins. So they're not shooting the ball at the same clip that they normally do, but they're using their defense right now to create some transition opportunities, create some easy buckets. That's what turned the tide for them in this 3rd quarter.
I was going to say, that might be a good thing that they're not necessarily shooting the ball the way they usually do, but they still have a 6-point lead against a good Wellsville team. There's a turnover that time.
And just not enough air on that pass. Had to lob that one up like you're shooting it and let Cooper just come underneath of it.
Ooh, Calvin Dwyer thought he had a 3 and rattled out of there. Hit the end line and will stay here. 48 seconds to play, 3rd quarter.
Important here for Baldwin to close out this final 48 and try to keep this 6-point lead. Even if you don't grow it, just keep it. Don't let Wellsville get that momentum back a little bit by making even just a 2 or 4 point run here.
Wellsville turns it over on the inbounds, and Becky down the lane. He's got his 6th point. Baldwin keeps extending that lead out. They now lead by 8.
Big possession for Wellsville.
A 10-0 Baldwin run currently.
And they've got to try to end that before this quarter expires, or Baldwin's going to take all that momentum into the 4th quarter.
Dorsey, a strong right-handed drive. He gets to the bucket. It's his first 2-point basket. He's got 11 points.
That might be Winton.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, they got Dorsey. So just his first personal foul. Winton was in the area. 9.5 remaining, and that is the bonus. 2 shots for Cooper Carr. He's 3 of 3 from the line tonight, shooting 75% on the year, tied for the team lead. First one rattles out.
Well, depending on what Wellsville does with this final 9.5 seconds, that might have been a really good foul by Dorsey to not allow Baldwin to get the final shot, give Wellsville a chance for that momentum-packed final shot, especially if you missed them both like that.
Don't see that very often. Carr misses both. Now 5 seconds to play. Dorsey's got it. He's hit 3 of these tonight. Number 4 can't quite find the mark. Rebound to Cooper Carr, and that does it for the third quarter. A 6-point Bulldog lead, 36-30 after 3. You're watching Bulldog basketball right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Baldwin. 36-30 lead as we start the fourth quarter. Should have an exciting finish on our hands. Baldwin went on a 10-0 run there in the third to extend this lead out. Zimbecki trying the 3 off the mark. Collin went over the back. So Wellsville did break that 10-0 run with a bucket for the end of the third quarter. Winton hits a big 3. Desmond Winton has 9 points now. The 4th 3 of the game for Wellsville, draws him within 3. Carr trying to work his way into the lane. How did he get that to go? And the foul.
Now the threes aren't falling, but Cooper a chance to answer the tray by Winton with the old school 3-point play here. And this is why we talked about earlier, Baldwin was always having to play catch up. And in a game like this where two teams, it's tough to put together a run. Now that Baldwin is playing with that cushion, that's huge because you can now match bucket for bucket and mix in a few stops, and they're going to find their way to an 8th victory.
Carr has now missed 3 straight free throws from the line. Back the other way. Gillens hits it to Winton, now up top to Dorsey.
A long way to go still, but free throw line has not been kind to Baldwin in this game. So at this point in time, you can't say it necessarily has cost them anything because they still got a chance to finish this thing off, but they were going to have to. You get the feeling as you see the offensive foul called here on the illegal screen by Chase Douglas, but you get the feeling, Ryan, that before this one's said and done, Baldwin's going to have to knock down some pressure free throws.
I think that you are correct in that statement. They are under 50% right now. 4 for 10 is what Baldwin is from the free throw line tonight. Torres spinning around, gets cut off, gets it back in the corner, tries to drive baseline, a little runner off the mark, but Colton Collum, the big man, an offensive rebound and a putback. He's got 11 points, 3 rebounds. He's had a big night.
Yeah, I think to me, he might be the player of the game so far for Baldwin. He's come up with some big plays when they really needed him as well.
Desmond Winton, look at that. Little acrobatic lay in there. Winton's got 11. Him and Dorsey both into double digits now. 5-point Baldwin lead. Carr loses it out of bounds. 9th Baldwin turnover.
You can see why Winton is so important to this Wellsville team. They missed him the entire first quarter pretty much with foul troubles, so that's pretty much gone now. You don't have to really play with much worry for foul troubles, and he is going to work on this end, man.
Once again, what a quick step from Winton. He gets to the basket, lays it in for 2 more. Now only a 3-point advantage.
And Baldwin's had different primary defenders try and stop Desmond Winton, but none of them have really had the answer. That means the help defense is going to have to start being there. And too many times he's getting past that primary defender, and he's got a free lane to the bucket. So Baldwin's going to have to be more aware defensively as the secondary defenders now. When Winton has that ball, he almost is telling you what he's going to do because he just has that look to him and says, I'm coming, I'm going to the basket, I'm getting by my guy. So they've got to be ready now to slide over, maybe take a charge, at least try to force the ball out of his hand.
There's Carr getting into the lane, getting everybody airborne. Under control, though. Cooper Carr lays it in. Back to a 5-point advantage.
There he goes again. You can see what he wants to do.
So good, too, with that floater game if he gets in deep there. That one off the mark, but an offensive board by Jake Taylor. He puts it back. Back and forth we go. Baldwin still with that 3-point lead, though. This is going to be a tight finish. So Becky has it. Collum trying to post up on the inside. Now Schoenberger has it at the free throw line, gives it to Cooper Carr. He'll try another long one. It's off the mark. Winton's going to get a screen up top here, gives it off to Willie Dorsey, a baseline drive. Good ball movement from the Eagles. Now Dwyer gets it inside. Cooper Carr says not today.
Wellsville really did a good job making Baldwin's defense work, but the Bulldogs kept their feet moving defensively, just kept sliding around with that thing as well.
Wellsville won the first 2 quarters by 1 point each, and then Baldwin doubled them up in the third. Won it 16-8. There's Calvin Dwyer, baseline drive. Gets it to Micah Holmes for 3. It's his first basket, and it's a big one, the 5th 3 of the game for Wellsville. Ties this thing up at 42.
Not many nights that Baldwin gets outshot from beyond the 3-point line. But if they continue to attack, that's been their bread and butter so far tonight. And tough one there.
Torres going to get called for steps here. That's a tough whistle.
They kind of hesitated on going up with that and maybe just slid that pivot foot slightly. So now you got to buckle down and get a stop. Wellsville from down 8, trying to take that lead back, and they will.
How about Chase Douglas, the offensive rebound and stick back, and our 9th lead change of the game has Wellsville back in front, currently on a 7-0 run. Carr trying to end that, gets into the lane, spins around, lays it in. Timeout, Baldwin.
Is there anybody better than a Carr when it comes to that control drive, stop, reverse pivot, step through? We saw Caleb do that so often, and Cooper does it as well, and it's just such a good basketball play because it keeps you controlled, and the defense goes running by instead of just going in there helter-skelter.
Sometimes you got to just check yourself and remember that Cooper Carr is just a sophomore. He is so under control. Goodness.
And this whole team is pretty young, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Zabecki and Torres, but then you've got 3 sophomores in that starting lineup. And
exactly. So a team that can certainly still grow and get better. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. They're the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers, and they invite you to immerse yourself in nature at the Little Soldier Creek Farm. It's a 39-plus acre property boasting wildlife, hunting, food plots, and a 2,100 square foot home with stunning views in the coveted Silver Lake School District in Shawnee County. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666. Schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. Both teams now with 3 timeouts remaining. Our 4th tie of the game has us knotted up at 44 here, 3:45 to play. Gillen's got bumped. It's going to be on Torres, and that is number 4. Talon's got to play safe here.
Yeah, with 3:42 to go, I mean, you're just going to roll with him out there at this point in time.
It's only the 2nd team foul. Wellsville has 3 team fouls. Gillens with that left hand gets all the way to the bucket and lays it in. He's got 4 points, and Wellsville takes the lead right back. 9-2 run that they're currently on. Torres coming off a pick, thought he might have had Collum. There's Colton posting up, gives it back to Schoenberger. Look at that give and go and the foul.
Yeah, man, I thought the feed might have been a little late from Colum. I thought it was there early on the quick cut after the feed to Colum by Schoenberger. I thought he might have been a little late getting to him,
too.
But it worked out well. Nice little combo there between the two sophomores.
It's the 4th personal foul on the 6'4" senior Chase Douglas. He's going to stay out there, number 24.
Well, I shouldn't say this for promotional purpose of the rest of the BIT, but night 1 of the BIT, we might be having our championship game in this one. These two teams, and this is a heavyweight battle, and they have not disappointed in this game tonight.
It's been a lot of fun. Baldwin taking the lead back. We've had 4 ties, 10 lead changes, a 1-point Baldwin lead.
More like a featherweight battle, maybe, not a heavyweight battle. But in terms of the headline ticket, we'll call it the heavyweight battle. Man, it's been a fun game.
That floater off the mark. Leo Schoenberger has his 9th rebound, 5 points, 9 rebounds tonight from Leo. A 1-point Baldwin lead, 2:40 to play. Should be an exciting finish. Ethan Smazel, nice catch. He's checked into the game, and Baldwin turns it over. Schoenberger was looking for Colum.
Yeah, it was the right idea, but the second time now that Schoenberger has just not gotten enough air on that pass, trying to enter it down low.
Dorsey trying to work his way inside. He does. Nice strong drive that time on Schoenberger, and Dorsey got fouled. He's going to head to the line.
With as much as these two teams have been attacking the rack tonight, we'll see how much of an impact free throws end up having before this one's all said and done. They put that foul.
I was going to say, he put up 32. There is no 32, but yeah, it's on 33. Colton Colum, 2nd personal, 3rd team.
And we talked about the fact that Baldwin has been struggling, Ryan, from the line in this game. And when you look at over on the other side for Wellsville, they haven't necessarily shot that great. They're 2 out of 5 at the line themselves. Of course, they get one right there, but both teams, whoever can maybe step up and knock down their free throws down the stretch, maybe the difference maker in this tight game.
That's a great point. Dorsey hit his first shot to tie this game up once more, and now Wellsville takes the lead, 48-47. Dorsey's got 13 points tonight to lead the way for Wellsville. Winton also has 13.
Another thing to keep an eye on here, so both teams have 3 timeouts. So in a close game like this, you've only got 2 minutes to play anyway. If you find yourself in trouble, don't be afraid to burn one of those timeouts, save a possession.
Great ball movement that time from the Bulldogs. Ball found its way into Carr's hands, and he found his way into the lane and will find his way to the line.
And I'm sure that's something that both coaches have talked about in their timeouts, because again, you can't take those timeouts with you, right? So every possession is going to be critical from this point on. So if you're in a trap, if you feel like you're off balance and you've lost your dribble or something, then take a timeout if you have to in this case to save a possession. And there we go, a big free throw knocked down. Let's see if we can get one more to change that lead over, and we're going to get one of those timeouts here first.
Yeah, Carr had missed 3 straight free throws, knocks that one down for his 20th point, ties this thing up at 48. 6th tie, and I believe it was Wellsville that took that timeout. It was. They'll have 2 timeouts remaining as Baldwin has 3 left. Baldwin Sports Live presented in part by Maley & Sons Construction. They are a family-owned and operated company specializing in commercial construction along with high-profile residential clients. If you're looking for steady year-round work done locally in the KC Metro, well, they got advancement opportunities as well. Check out Maley & Sons Construction. Email Danielle at MaleyandSons.com to learn more. Tight game, 2 minutes to play. Tied at 48. Cooper Carr at the free throw line. He's got one more coming.
Baldwin still has 1 foul to give as well. Possession arrow right now favors Wellsville, so that's the other thing now if you're Wellsville, and we talk about using timeouts. That's another thing to be cognizant of late games like this. Where is the possession arrow? So if you're in a situation, if you're Wellsville and you're possessing it and you're going to get tied up, maybe you don't have to take your timeout, right? And then you can use that jump ball possession arrow in your favor, and vice versa. If you're Baldwin and you're in a situation where you're about to get tied up, that's important to use the timeout in that case because you're going to lose possession on a jump ball.
Second shot off the mark. Carr 4 of 9 from the free throw, 4 of 8, from the free throw line tonight. Game's tied at 48. Should be an exciting finish. Dorsey's got 13 tonight to pace the Eagles. Winton also has 13. He's got the ball. gets fouled off the dribble. That was the foul to give, 4th team foul.
Well, you'd expect the ball to be in the hands of 1 or 11 right now for Wellsville, Dorsey and Winton, and I would expect it to be in Winton's hands. He has been the better creator. Dorsey's points have mostly come off of some threes and some putback. It's been Winton that's been able to create offense for this team.
Chase Douglas back into the game with those 4 fouls down low, number 24. Gillens has it left side, now up top, guarded by Cooper Carr. Now Dorsey has it. He's going to receive the screen from Douglas. Kind of refuse it.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, they're kind of going into stall mode here.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to milk some clock. Now they finally get it into Winton's hands, and I don't know that he has stall in his vocabulary.
Gets into the lane, missed the shot. Schoenberger the rebound, and now perhaps Baldwin going to take the lead right back. Ethan Smazel gets out ahead of everybody. Baldwin a 2-point lead, 50-48. Gillens getting inside, that blocked by Collum. His 3rd block of the game, and here comes Carr. A little bit out of control, and a timeout gets called by Don Blanchett.
Yeah, and Wellsville is going to be maybe upset about this because
Carr's
they thought there was a turnover.
Still down. Yeah, sorry, Bryce.
No, it's okay, but if you'll go back, you watch the video, Don Blanchett was out there calling for timeout before that ball even got across half court. He gets awarded the timeout, what felt like, if you're a Wellsville fan, late, but that was a great job by Don Blanchett there. 2-point lead late in the game. Kind of a sense like, you know, they didn't have that gimme fast break there, and maybe a turnover's coming. So great job, great use of the timeout. And if you trust your team to possess the ball in the half court and to knock down free throws, then you're happy to stop things right there, make sure you're all settled. Let's inbound this ball when we're in what we want to be in, not out of control. So I love it. A great job, great use of that 3rd timeout there. You still have 2 more if you need them. So that was a perfectly coached possession right there by my man Donnie Blanchett.
Absolutely. Coach Blanchett coming in clutch. You could kind of tell, as you were alluding to there, Carr might have been a little bit out of control coming, didn't quite have the numbers, but here we go, a 2-point Baldwin advantage. Both teams in the bonus, both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. 48.6 seconds to play.
Now you just got to be strong with the basketball. Wellsville, you know, they're not necessarily automatically given a foul here, but they're going to take some chances.
Oof. I thought Torres might have had Carr on a back cut to the rim that time, but chose to play it safe. Schoenberger gets fouled. He'll head to the line.
And when you look at this, you know, lineup, when you talk about if you're Wellsville, who do we foul in this case? Pretty much across the board, the Bulldogs shoot free throws pretty well. Zembecki statistically is your worst free throw shooter, but he just doesn't get there a ton. And you got Schoenberger, you think, oh, it's a big guy, but he shoots it at 75% as well.
Yep. Rattles in the first shot. Now 2 of 4 from the line tonight. He's got 6 points, gives Baldwin a 3-point lead. Yeah, Baldwin as a team shoots 70% from the line, so that's a pretty good number in high school.
Yeah, they've been uncharacteristically cold to start this game, but they have started knocking down here in this second half, in this 4th quarter, and they have a chance to make this a 2-possession game coming out of the timeout.
Wellsville takes their 4th timeout. They'll have 1 remaining. We'll take it with them real quick here on Baldwin Sports Live. Be back with the finish.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has proudly been serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 29 states and over $1.3 billion in annual sales. Chad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin City, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Chad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
All right, welcome back here to the Doghouse. A 3-point Baldwin lead, 45 seconds to play. Schoenberger at the line for his 2nd shot, hit the first. Comes up just short. Cooper Carr trying to tap out the rebound. Wellsville has it down 3, and here they come.
And they don't need a 3 here. There's still plenty of time. They've been better off attacking the basket. They'll have to settle for 3.
They'll give it to their main attacker here. Desmond Winton gets his way into the lane. No basket. They're going to wave it off. Foul was on the floor. Everybody kind of looked around at each other, at the officials, see if that was going to be an and one. But they're going to talk about it, actually. They are all going to get together and discuss this. I think they're going to call it on the floor and 2 shots in the bonus. That's the 5th team foul. It's the 3rd personal foul on Smazel.
Yeah, that is a
pretty tight
split decision on how you make that call, whether it's in the act of the shot before. Tough break if you're Wellsville, but if you knock down your free throws, if you're Winton, you're still in a spot to extend this game. You got to make these free throws.
First trip to the line for Winton. He makes the first shot. He's got 14 points tonight.
And that's without playing really a quarter of this game because of 2 very quick fouls to start this one. So Winton, despite that, has overcome those early fouls and has had a very nice game.
Here's the second shot. On the way in, good. 15 points tonight from Desmond Winton. He's got Wellsville down by 1 now. 51-50, and they will take their 5th and final timeout. Baldwin will still have 2 timeouts remaining. Baldwin Sports Live brought to you in part by Rice Precision Manufacturing. They're a family-owned company right here in Baldwin City that services many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career, so find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. Be right back on the air tomorrow night. We'll have the girls game as they take on the Wellsville Eagles. Then Friday night back here with the second game of the BIT, and then Saturday we will have the 3rd and final game of the BNT, so 4 straight days with broadcasts. Baldwin gets it into Torres. He advances it across midcourt. Dangerous looking pass there. Got it to Zimbecki. He gets fouled by Dorsey. That's Dorsey's 4th. So Zimbecki's going to step to the line. He hasn't been there a whole lot this year, only 4 of 10 on the year. See if Joey can't knock down some big free throws here. Short on the first. Torres is going to check out of the game with those 4 fouls. Ethan Smazel back in for defense. See if Joey can't knock this down, give Baldwin a 2-point lead. Rolls in there. 52-50. 15 seconds to play. Winton's got it. Wellsville needs a bucket. Here's Dwyer trying to work his way into the lane. He lays it in. 8 seconds to play. A timeout getting taken by Coach Blanchett and the Bulldogs, but this game is tied at 52. It's the 7th tie of the game. We've had 11 lead changes. Man, this has been a fun one here tonight.
Well, Wellsville has done a great job executing down the stretch. They've been helped, obviously, because Baldwin's missed a couple of free throws. That's helped them, but they have not panicked on the offensive end. They haven't forced it. They haven't tried to shoot threes. They didn't play hero ball right there. You know, sometimes in this day and age, you want to be the guy who makes that three to win a game, but instead, they've done what they've been successful with in this game, and that's drive, attack the basket, get the layup. Great finish there to tie this game, and now it goes into the hands of the Bulldogs to try to win this one. And Baldwin still has one timeout remaining. So you still have the opportunity if you start whatever you're drawing up here and you don't like how it looks, it's not coming together. Don't be afraid to now take another timeout. Give yourself another chance to draw something up because it's in your hands now. This should be a win or you're playing in overtime. You should not have a chance to even lose this game in regulation if you're Baldwin.
Big advantage being a tie game right now and not trailing. You can run this thing down, take the last shot, try to take the roof off of the doghouse tonight. The last second shot. Here we go, full court pressure being put on by Wellsville. Cooper Carr trying to fight his way through there. Is there going to be a foul called? No, they're going to say Cooper Carr stepped out of bounds. There was a lot of contact here on the near sideline.
Well, if you're Baldwin, tough break certainly, but you got to forget about that. You've got 6 seconds to defend. You're not down. You're not in a situation where you're losing now. You have to forget about that, move on, make a stop, live to play another 4 minutes if you can here.
Tie game, 6.1 to play. Inbounds to Winton. He's working on Zimbecki, gets into the lane. A floater is short. Leo Schoenberger the rebound, and we will head to overtime. Some free basketball tonight. We can't get enough of this matchup between Wellsville and Baldwin. We are tied at 52 after 4. We will head to overtime after this.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back here to Baldwin. We are tipping off overtime. This one has been so fun. We don't want to let it go. There's Winton from the free throw line. He bounces that in. Gives Wellsville the early lead here in OT.
And Wellsville with Winton there to close out regulation. They got a great look at it.
Yeah.
That was as good as you could have hoped for. And Baldwin was fortunate to watch it bounce off the iron. And they go right back to Winton to start the OT period, and he's giving the Eagles the lead.
Winton leads the team with 17 points tonight. Here's Schoenberger, gives it off to Cooper Carr. Carr leads the team with 20. Gonna throw up a floater in the lane, off the mark, rebound down to Chase Douglas.
That was close to being a 5th foul on Dorsey. It looked to me like he got Carr on the forearm there. He got away with that one. Again, he's got 4. Talon Torres has 4 for the Bulldogs as well.
And Chase Douglas, number 24 for Wellsville, also with 4. Dorsey's got it, jump stop into the lane, gets in there, and a left-handed lay-in is good. Wellsville a 4-point advantage here in overtime. They are on a 6-0 run.
Yeah, need a bucket here if you're Baldwin. Instead, a turnover. Just a little bit too lackadaisical there on what was intended to be a kind of a dribble handoff between Carr and Torres, but everything is tightened up a little bit, right, at this point in time when you're in overtime. So those little, that's the type of pass that you get away with in the first quarter of a game when everybody's just getting into the rhythm. But at this juncture, everything's got to be crisp and sure.
We've talked about it. Both of these teams haven't really played a lot of close games. Both of these teams, Wellsville 6-1, Baldwin 7-1. Their average margin of victory is around 20 points. So it's a close one. Here in the lane, Jake Taylor misses it. Schoenberger has a rebound. He's got 11 of those tonight, go along with 6 points.
Big stop to keep this thing only a 4-point deficit. But again, big possession now. Baldwin needs to score in this run.
Yeah, need a bucket from somebody. Here's Zimbecki out top. He's got 7 points tonight. Gives it off to Schoenberger. Now Cooper Carr, what can he make happen? Left-handed dribble into the lane, kicks it out. Leo Schoenberger's open for 3, misses it. Winton down with the rebound. And Wellsville going to take their time here. You can bet on that with a 4-point advantage, just under 2 minutes to play. Remember, Torres has the 4 fouls, reached in there. Here's Dorsey. Sure looks like they are content to just run this clock out if Baldwin can't get a steal or foul.
Yeah, you're going to have to start taking some chances. You're not trying to foul per se, but a foul is not the worst thing either in this case. So take some chances, try to come up with a turnover here. Keep the pressure high on them. There you go. Run a trap.
Gillens lays that in. He's got 6 points tonight. Now a 6-point Wellsville advantage. Baldwin desperately needs a bucket. Carr from the free throw line comes up short. Dorsey the rebound. Baldwin in danger of dropping their second game of the season. Here's Dwyer. Ball's on the floor, and a timeout going to be called by Wellsville. Got their one timeout of the extra period, so they will have none remaining. Baldwin with 2 left, 50 seconds to play, down by 6. Take a timeout here on Baldwin Sports Live. Come back with the finish in overtime here. You're watching Bulldog basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back here on Baldwin Sports Live. Ryan Hilmer alongside Bryce Kessler. We got 50 seconds to play in overtime. It's been all 6 points scored by Wellsville. We were tied at 52 after 4. Eagles have the ball. Baldwin needs a stop and to get some quick buckets. Gillens crosses over on Smazel, and it's going to be Smazel's 4th personal foul. Going to send Kenyon Gillens, 5'8" junior, to the line. He's got 6 points tonight. This will be his first free throws of the game.
Don't forget, you still don't need 3 necessarily here, Ryan, but you need something quick. You've got to score and you got to be quick. So drive with the thought of scoring at the basket with maybe a kick out option there if they take that away.
Gillens 1 of 2 from the line. Makes it a 7-point advantage. Oh boy, I'm gonna say. Torres got Dwyer up in the air, and then Dwyer took a tumble. Hopefully everybody's all right.
Looks like he's okay.
It's gonna be 2 shots for Torres. He's 1 of 2 from there tonight. Actually been one of the better free throw shooters on the team, 79%. Comes up short on the first.
And it's just been a tough shooting night all around for Baldwin. They have not shot the ball particularly well from the field. And, you know, I say from the field, layups, yes, those count as from the field, but meaning like actual jump shots from around the perimeter, mid-range. They just have not shot the ball well tonight, free throw line included. And
yeah, now 9 of 19 from the free throw line tonight. 10 missed free throws. Becky's going to take that foul. He's got some more to give. That was only his first. Sends Desmond Winton back to the line. He's 2 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, Wellsville in a spot where as long as they make their free throws, it's going to be just too much, too little. Too much of a deficit, too little time for Baldwin. But again, that's if they make their free throws. If they keep that window open for them by missing from their charity stripe.
Missed the first shot, second shot on the way, and is good. 18 points tonight from Desmond Winton. He leads the Wellsville Eagles. Willie Dorsey has 15. It's been those 2 guys mainly offensively. Baldwin needs to get it going. And quickly, Zimbecki getting into the lane, lays it in. A quick timeout by Baldwin. It's 9 points now for Zimbecki. Trail it by 5, just got to keep hoping for some missed free throws, Bryce.
Yeah, you're not in a position where you have to start chucking the 3 right now, so that's a good job by Zimbecki. You need a score primarily. Whether it's 2, 3, you need a score, and you need to score quick. So they did that there, and you're right. You're going to have to hope for some Wellsville missed free throws at this point. You can't really get that picky on who you foul. You're running out of time enough. You know, if you feel good about a particular full court trap or something that you have, you can maybe try and stick that on them and wait that 5 seconds that it would take to play that out. But if you at any point that they break through any type of a pressure you might have, at that point, go ahead, give the foul, extend this game as long as you can, and hope that Wellsville continues to miss a couple times at the free throw line to keep the door open for you.
Yeah, I mentioned Baldwin tonight from the line, 9 of 19. Wellsville has been 9 of 13, so they've missed 4. We've missed 10. That's a 6-point difference, and we trail it by 5.
Yeah,
so.
same. If both teams shooting the same percentage, whether that be Baldwin shooting the better percentage to match or Wellsville shooting the worst percentage to match, you're dead even still. That's been a difference maker tonight.
Also a difference maker, Wellsville has made 5 threes to Baldwin's 2. Not very often they get outshot from behind the arc. That's been the case here tonight.
And usually if they do, it's because the other team, made a dozen of them or something. Not only 5, and Baldwin's made 3 or 2.
So that's going to do it for Talon Torres. I believe they're going to get him with the foul. That's foul number 5. So he'll exit with 7 points, a couple of rebounds tonight. Get that 1 3-pointer. One of the 2 for Baldwin. The other one was hit by Colton Collum. McLaughlin checks into the game. Here's Kenyon Gillens, 1 of 2 from the line, and now 2 of 3. This game was 22-20 at the half. We weren't sure if we were going to get up into the 60s, but here we are. Both shots good from Gillens. Schoenberger spinning in the lane. Can't find that one. Winton the rebound. Let's see if that does it. 10 seconds to play. Looks like Baldwin's going to drop to 7-2 on the year, and Wellsville will improve to 7-1. Thought coming in would be a great heavyweight kind of matchup. It has delivered. Back and forth game was really fun to watch. The Winton will dribble it out for the Eagles, and Wellsville wins this game 62-55. They open up the Baldwin Invitational Tournament with a big victory over the Bulldogs. We'll take a break here, come back with our Farm Bureau Financial Services player of the game, then check the final numbers and get you all set for tomorrow night's broadcast. We'll be back. You've been watching Baldwin Bulldog basketball here on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back here to Baldwin. It's the Wellsville Eagles improving to 7-1 with a 62-55 victory. The Baldwin Bulldogs drop to 7-2 on the year. Time now to take a look at our player of the game. Tonight we are going to give it to Colton Collum, who had a great game, 11 points and 3 rebounds, Bryce, but you thought he was really one of the pivotal players here tonight.
Yeah, and he had, 3 or 4 block shots in this game as well. I mean, I think some of the other guys just box score numbers might have been better in this game, but I thought Colton, defensively, he had some really key plays at key times in this game, and also offensively during that run in that third quarter when Baldwin made their push, when, again, they were playing catch-up the whole time, and they made that to flip this thing on its head and take control and take the lead. And it was Cullum who was a big part of that. He had back-to-back buckets. They went to a point where they were running offense to set him up the ball. I thought at the tail end of that little run, they missed a chance on an inbound play to keep that going with Colton, and they didn't look into him, and they ended up turning the ball over. But, I think you can go multiple ways tonight, but I thought he gave them a chance to win this game at some key moments. He stepped up and made some plays. Unfortunately, when it's all said and done, they don't come out on top, but that's not so much to do with Baldwin and more so to do with Wellsville. You got to tip your cap to the Eagles in this game. They executed when they needed to down the stretch, and they hit some big shots. Des Winton hit some big plays down the stretch. They made their free throws. That ultimately really became the difference maker in this one. Baldwin's going to look back at this one and say, man, had we shot free throws at the clip we normally do, we wouldn't have been in a position where we were having to get this game into overtime, where we were having to defend a final possession in a tie game with 6 seconds left. So, you can play those games, the what-if games all along, but the bottom line is this. It was a good ball game. It was a fun ball game. If you're a fan, this was a great ball game to watch, and we probably just had our championship game of the BIT
honestly
on the opening night. So you can't hang your head too long if you're Baldwin after this one. It was a hard-fought battle against a good Wellsville team, and now you just got to look to flush this one, learn from it, bounce back, and hopefully improve.
Yeah, I'm with you. So congrats to Colton Cullum, tonight's player of the game. It's brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, insurance and investments, wealth management, and financial planning. Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Take one more quick break here on the pregame show. Come back, check the final numbers from Baldwin, a 62-55 Wellsville victory. We'll be back with more after this.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Welcome back here to Baldwin, wrapping this thing up from the doghouse. Wellsville 62-55 winners. We'll take a look at the individual numbers first for the victorious Eagles. They were led offensively by their 5'10 senior Desmond Winton. He had 18 points, go along with 5 rebounds, was 3 of 4 from the line there late to try and seal this thing for the Eagles. Also had a steal, and he was really good tonight. He even missed some time there in the first quarter, early in the third quarter as well, and some foul trouble. But Desmond Winton has lightning quick step and great game tonight for the Wellsville Eagles. Willie Dorsey also had a great game. He had 15 points to go along with 4 rebounds, went 2 of 4 from the free throw line, hit 3 of Wellsville's 5 3-pointers tonight. Chase Douglas had 2 points, 4 rebounds. Micah Holmes also hit a 3 for 3 points, 2 rebounds. Calvin Dwyer had 7 points. Jake Taylor added 4 with 2 rebounds. And Kenyon Gillens also had a nice game, 9 points and a rebound for him. Brody Lee, 4 points and 2 rebounds for the 5'10 senior. As for the Baldwin Bulldogs, they were led offensively points-wise by Cooper Carr. He was coming off a 27-point performance. He follows it up with a 20-point game here tonight. 4 rebounds, 3 assists for Cooper. He struggled a little bit from the line, though. Went 4 of 8, shot 50% from there. Leo Schoenberger had a great game. Also 6 points and 11 rebounds for Leo. 2 of 5 from the line, as a lot of Bulldogs struggled from the free throw stripe here tonight. Our player of the game, Colton Cullum, had 11 points, 3 rebounds. Garrett McLaughlin didn't score, had a couple of rebounds. Talon Torres hit 1 3-pointer tonight. puts that season total up to 28. He had 7 points, 2 rebounds. Ethan Smazel, 2 points, and Joey Zimbecki did not hit a 3 tonight. Struggled a little bit from shooting downtown, but had 9 points go along with 2 rebounds. All in all, it ends up being a 62-55 victory for Wellsville. They improved to 7-1 on the year, and Baldwin drops to 7-2. Take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule here on the channel, and tomorrow night we are right back on the air. We'll have the girls game here as they host the Wellsville Eagles. We'll have about a 7 o'clock pregame show. 7:15-ish tip is what I was told. It'll be following the girls game that starts at 6 o'clock, or the JV game that starts at 6 o'clock, so just keep an eye on that. It'll probably be around 7 o'clock is when we start the pregame show, and then we'll tip things off against Wellsville. And then Friday night, we're right back here. More action from the BIT. Baldwin will take on Bishop Seabury. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off there. Baldwin Sports Live tonight has been brought to you, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers, and they invite you to immerse yourself in nature at the Little Soldier Creek Farm, a 39-plus acre property boasting wildlife, hunting, food plots, and a 2,100 square foot home with stunning views in the coveted Silver Lake School District in Shawnee County. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property today. So for Bryce Kessler, I'm Ryan Hilmer signing off from Baldwin tonight. Once again, Wellsville 62-55 winners. We'll be right back on the air tomorrow night. The girls will take on the Eagles right here from the Doghouse. So we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening, everyone.
You've been watching Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Learn more at HaydenOutdoors.com. Baldwin Sports Live is also brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent Kelly Neufeld, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Hers Incorporated, Trindle Lumber Company, Oral Surgery Kansas, Hometown Construction, Free State Realty, Absolute Painting, Gherkin Rental, Watco, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Maley & Sons Construction, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, the Maple Weekly, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce.